Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Hey, I appreciate all the help I'm getting here. Look at this new hat. Larry the Goatman sent me that. And when I showed it the goat, what do you think the goat said? What do you like? Do you like my new hat? Oh, I'll take that as a yes. Tales from the Jails, folks, yeah. Good idea. If you want one of these, let me know. I'm going to set up a Facebook channel to go with this, so that if we have any product or you want signed books or anything like that, then we can do it through that. Well, this is all Larry's idea, you know. I'm just not particularly technical like that, but I'll do it. Anyway, Tales from the Jails, this is my hat. And I'm going to talk today about something that's very close to my heart. Physical punishment in prisons. Not that I'm a great fan of actually handing it out, you know, I mean, but occasionally it's got to be done, hasn't it? And what they're doing at the moment, listen, you can go and have a look, it's on the BBC site there. Yeah, the government are trialling tasers. You know, so they're teaching staff how to use taser guns in prisons. They are quite effective, I believe. I mean, I have seen them in operation. And I had a client, in fact, in Los Angeles, in America. And her partner was a great big, hefty guy who'd boxed Larry Holmes for the heavyweight title a long time ago. And he was stopped by the police. No reason whatsoever. Great big 6'5" black guy. Great big fella. And the police stopped him for no good reason. Got him out the car. And he told them to piss off. And they tasered him. Well, this guy must have weighed about 18 stone. He got the taser, ripped it out, and threw it on the floor. So the taser didn't work. Mind you, the 9mm bullets that they put into him, they worked. They shot the bastard dead. Well, that's America, folks, yeah. In Britain, we don't do things like that, do we? Do we? No, we don't. But they're currently, at the moment, the prison service are trialling taser guns and stab-proof vests, which is probably a good idea. I mean, they've lost control of the prisons, haven't they? So what we're gonna have next? Robo jailers. I think that's a good idea, actually. You know, as I previously and frequently mentioned on this channel, we need a massive Ultramax prison, robotised. Yeah, so that it runs on the press of a button, the cells open one at a time, they come out, slop out, bang up, wash themselves, get back in, next one out. Yeah, like that. So if they want to be violent, then they can be violent all on their own, or with a robot, yeah. That's my idea. And get it out somewhere remote, like the middle of Dartmoor. Or stick it up right up the top. There's an island up there, what's it called? The Isle of Muck. Yeah, let's stick them on there. But, somebody else in this country has another idea, folks. And it's backed by the government, because they've got an advertisement at the moment seeking for an advisor on Sharia law. Now, I'll put a link down below so that you've got a rough idea what the outlines of Sharia law are. But if we introduce Sharia law into HM prisons, well, that could solve a few problems. You know, chopping off people's hands. You know, we can have a hole in the exercise yard to stone people. I don't want to seem like I'm being too facetious here, or disrespectful to the particular religion that embraces Sharia law. But they have floggings, public floggings. Don't believe me. Go onto YouTube, type in Sharia law floggings, something like that. You'll come up with loads of them. they've got these guys with beards a bit like mine. Although I'm not a member of that particular persuasion, but they've got guys with beards like mine, perhaps not as white, yeah, with big straps whipping women through the streets. Women! I mean, listen, it isn't that long since, it's within living memory, and certainly within my time, that they used to have whippings or floggings or lashings in HM prisons. These were conducted by the physical training instructors who used to handcuff the inmates sentenced to flogging to a triangular bar, have the feet at the bottom and the bare back, and they used to whip them with a cat o' nine tails or a birch. In fact, it's not that long since the Isle of Man did away with public birchings. So we're not that far away, are we? We're on the same wavelength, really, aren't we, folks? Yeah. We can accept Sharia law if it's coming like that, can't we? Yeah. Let those among you without sin cast the first stone. Hey. Whew. You know, Mother, sometimes you really piss me off. Jesus said that. You're not supposed to rip the piss out of religion, are you? No. Anyway, so there we have it, little Dave's rant. You know, they're talking about implementing tasers into the prisons and my new Tales from the Jails hat. And I've had a request, yes, folks, a request, very nice request, from a lady called Karen, who says she's not been very well. Well, I sincerely, honestly do hope that you're feeling a lot better now, Karen, and that your fantastic, kind, caring husband has been looking after you, and he has, and you are getting a lot better now. So let me just see if I can get rid of this and get onto it. What's the problem with all this? Yeah, here we are. This is a poem that was requested by Karen. It's by a poet called Anne Broadstreet, and it's to my dear and loving husband. So I will do my best. I sincerely will. Let's get my poetry voice on. Anne Broadstreet, to my dear and loving husband. If ever two were one, then surely we, if ever man were loved by wife, then thee. If ever wife was happy in a man, compare with me, ye women, if you can. I prize thy love more than whole mines of gold, or all the riches that the East doth hold. My love is such that rivers cannot quench, nor aught but love from thee give recompense. Thy love is such I can no way repay. The heavens reward thee manifold, I pray. Then, while we live in love, let's so persevere, that when we live no more, we may live ever. So that's Anne Broadstreet's To My Dear Loving Husband. And Karen also made a request for a song. Now, those of you who have heard my singing for some time have found it to be quite dreadful, I believe. So I'll ring the song dinger as a warning, but I'm going to try my best here with this. It's quite a romantic song, and I'll give you a clue before we start as to what the song is. Because in the film, which is a very famous film, by the way, not many people know that. There you go, that's one clue. But here is another clue. I told you to blow the bloody doors off. Yes, folks, it's On Days Like These by Matt Monro from The Italian Job. Are you sitting comfortably? Questo giorno quando viene il bel sole. La 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 la. On days like these, when skies are blue and fields are green, I look around and think about what might have been, and then I hear sweet music float around my head as I recall the many things we left unsaid. It's on days like these that I remember singing songs and drinking wine while your eyes played games with mine. On days like these, I wonder what became of you. Maybe today you're singing songs with someone new. I'd like to think you're walking by those willow trees, remembering the love we knew on days like these. It's on days like these that I remember singing songs and drinking wine while your eyes played games with mine. On days like these, I wonder what became of you. Maybe today you're singing songs with someone new. Queste giorni quando viene il bel sole. La 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 la. Well, did you enjoy that? A1 landing in the morning. I've got the answer. This is Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please like, subscribe, comments down below.